go down, then go left, and, you know, take the elevator. The one on your right is probably the wrong one, but here we have these two guys right here. And so they're just talking about stuff.
They're talking about XD001.
Actually, I chose the wrong thing. Yeah, I chose the wrong thing. You probably don't even have to fight these guys because you can just go up the elevator before doing that. However, you know, exploration plus, you know, levels.
Yeah, it doesn't really hurt to get the experience, really.
Yeah,
so.
I'm just hoping that I only have to fight this guy and not the two of them. But speaking of fighting, let's go ahead and get Jolteon to Thundershock. That why not? What type is not why not? Just normal?
Why not is Psychic, so I would say Bite it.
Okay, Psychic, because, I mean, why not and why not? Why? Wobbuffet, I mean, I'm like, what? That's just different pronunciations.
Why not is Psychic, dual Psychic, and normal, I believe.
Yeah. Well, see, I always confuse Wobbuffet with being Psychic or being normal, because I think he, I can never tell because he looks normal, but he's actually Psychic type, but he doesn't do anything Psychic-wise. He just does counter and Mirror Code. So...
Well, he does also do Safeguard and Destiny Bond, so...
Yeah, that's true. But whatever the case, I mean, are those really the only moves he learns?
Yeah, those are the only 4 moves he'll ever learn, and Splash, actually, if you had him from Why Not.
I know that Wobbuffet can be pretty stinking awesome. Oh, level 22, that's pretty nice. Why Not can be pretty stinking awesome if you... Not Why Not, Wobbuffet. If you give him leftovers. Ah, shoot, almost made it. Oh well. Let's go ahead and get Thundershock on Corsola. Should be probably normal effective. Just in case.
Actually, no, because Rock is not affected by Thunder type at all.
You're saying? That's ground type, bro.
No, that's not what I meant. I meant you will do.
Effective?
I meant you will do normal damage against Rock type Pokemon with a Thunder type attack.
Okay, I'm like, what are you talking about? I knew that sometimes we're off, but I didn't know we were off that much. Shoot, Spheal, you gained a level, you didn't even gain any speed. You just suck at this, don't you? You probably have a nature that reduces speed, don't you? I'm gonna check that right after this.
Watch him have Jolly nature.
What does Jolly do?
I kind of forget.
Well, shoot, now I have to fight the second one. Alright, let's go through this. I sure hope I get a nice little item at least past them. I mean, I'm pretty sure the only thing left is the Leaf Stone, but... Shoot, I hate facing you guys. But luckily we have Dustox and Wingull.
Yeah, he uses 2 Pokemon that will be fairly easy to take out at least.
Yeah. So Dustox, Wingull...
Although, watch out, because Dustox might poison you with Poison Powder, so...
So let's go ahead and use Thundershock on Wingull and use Aura Beam with Dustox, and that should be 4 times effective on both ends of this. Wingull is actually the first Pokemon we're fighting so far that has level 17. There's only a couple people in this place aside from the admin that has level 17 plus Pokemon.
Actually, it should be normal effective on Dustox because Dustox is dual Bug and Poison.
Well, yeah, but Ice type super effective on Bug. I'm pretty sure on Poison.
It is.
Yeah.
It's definitely not super effective on Poison, but I doubt.
No, well, think
I'm
of
not
like.
sure about Bug.
Think of freezing a Bug over. You might be right though. I guess.
It's normal effective.
I was wrong about that. Whatever the case. In that case, let's go ahead and get Thundershock on Dustox and Spheal. Go ahead and use your Aura Beam on Pineco. Pineco, hopefully you'll go down with this, but I know that Dustox is down and out for the counts.
Pineco's a defensive Pokemon, so it probably won't, but we'll see.
Alright, well, let's check it out. In fact, Fortress was one of the Pokemon we considered for our final team as well. Because Fortress, Sensei is like, we should always have a wall Pokemon, a wall. And I'm like, well, that's true, bro. However, people don't like defensive playing styles when watching. I mean, they're awesome for battling strategically, but when you're watching somebody, you just like to see them beat people up. Unfortunately, we almost
I guess that's true, but whenever I make a team, I always typically go with a wall that knows Toxic, so...
Yeah.
But alas.
Alright, let's go ahead and use Water Pulse on Pineco.
That and Fortress is even better because it learns Spikes, so...
Yeah, that's true. But Fortress is a pretty sweet Pokemon, you know, being Steel Bug. Pretty nice combo. Ah, Shoot Drop.
Yeah, there's...
Sorry, not Steel Bug. Rock Bug, isn't he?
No, it's Steel Bug, which means he's... Yes.
Okay.
which means he's only weak to fire. Although that's a double weakness, since that's his only weakness, it's still pretty good.
Okay. Well, speaking of weaknesses, my favorite Pokemon are always like Dragonite, Garchomp, and stuff like that, especially Garchomp, but he's so weak to ice that I literally cannot get past it. In fact, in my best game team, in my Diamond version, I have the best setup ever. Problem! Every single one of my Pokemon, except for one, is weak to ice. Like, I'm not even talking just like weak, I mean like a lot of them are 4 times weak. Alright, Great Ball, so I at least got one thing out of it. It's luckily our strongest ball now. So go up that elevator like you should have done in the first place, and doing well on time. Hopefully we can make it through here. So once we get through the elevator, we're going to want to go through this path and go up, and well, up whenever you can, pretty much.
Yeah,
that's just the pattern to follow.
Stupid peons will always keep on dropping from the ceiling everywhere you go.
I am Naruto. Yeah. Anyways, like I was talking to my team on Diamond.
Believe it.
Believe it.
You didn't switch out Spiel, by the way.
Oh yeah, shoot. Oh well. That's not too bad. Oh wait, he's almost to a new level anyway with that just last 2 battles. Hopefully he'll get to level 23 with this nest setup.
I'm not sure whether or not he learns a new move at level
Pokemon
23 or not. I know he'll learn.
Alright, Thunder Shot. Oh wait, that's a Shadow type Pokemon.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Thunder Wave on Caravana, and then Spiel, go ahead and use your Aura Beam or Water Pulse. What do you want?
I'd say Water Pulse, because I'm not entirely sure if Ice is strong to...
Oh, it's just normally effective.
I'm not entirely sure if Ice is weak to Steel or not. Or
yeah,
at least,
well, we can at least
Or at
check
least
it out.
does less damage against Steel.
Okay.
Well, Ice is weak to Steel, actually, but...
Okay, disclaimer right now. We are really good with Pokemon. Not saying that in like an arrogant way, but we're actually pretty good with Pokemon. In fact, I do all the breeding and stuff. I know about IVs, I know about EVs, I know about all this breeding. I'm super good with Pokemon. The one problem I have is a lot of the time I forget like...
effective.
Okay.
Yeah, solid type matchups can be sometimes hard to remember.
Alright, should I go ahead and use Bite on Carvana?
Carvana has rough skin, so I would Man.
How about I use Bite?
I guess you just use Bite anyway, and
I'll go ahead and take out Magnemite, and then I'll go with Spiel and go ahead and use... Which one?
Probably,
Aura Beam?
Probably Aurora Beam, so that you don't confuse him.
Yeah, plus I mean, like, Aura Beam should not be very effective, right?
Yeah, which means it'll be pretty safe to use against Carvana.
Anyways, the disclaimer I was talking about, we are really good with Pokemon. The only problem I usually have is I trip up some of the effectives, not very effectives, because I don't know why. It's just like this commonality I have, even though I've been playing Pokemon pretty much my entire life. So it's kind of like names. I can remember everything. I can remember images, I can remember sequences, but I cannot remember vocabulary or names. Shoot, Spiel cannot. Yeah. Alright, let's go ahead and have Jolteon take out that Psyduck so he doesn't get in the way. Spiel, go ahead and
use Carvana with another Aurora Beam. That should bring it to red.
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and...
No, bring it down to red.
No, Pokeball! Go, Pokeball,
if you hit it with Aurora Beam just one more time, you'll bring it down to red.
I don't want to risk losing Spiel. I love him too much. Come on, Pokeball.
You will not lose Spiel to a Carvana.
Pokeball. Alright. 1, 2,
I guarantee you would not lose Spiel to Carvana.
Ha! Ha ha! Don't doubt J-Rod. J-Rod knows what he's doing.
If you keep this up throughout the entire game, though, you're going to waste a lot of Pokeballs.
I've only missed 1 Pokeball so far, to be honest.
I meant throughout the rest of the game once the Pokemon start getting higher level.
Well, I mean, yeah, with higher level comes higher responsibility. Sorry for that pun. Anyways, let's hope Remoraid gives me the last bit of... Oh, wait. He's... Okay, that's gonna be good enough.
Thundershock will bring it down.
Yeah, I was just confusing him with another Pokemon for a second. In fact, Octillery, who is his evolved form, which doesn't make much sense why he turns into an octopus, is rock type. So I was thinking maybe he's like, wait, is he ground type? Yeah, Octillery is like rock and water.
I did not know
Spiel.
that.
Ah, Spiel. Shoot, Spiel.
I also kind of question that a little bit.
Why do you question it?
It just doesn't make any sense.
Why? Think of more like what I've always thought of Octillery is
Switch
like
Spiel out.
Oh yeah, that's right. Sorry. What I've always thought about Octillery is that Octillery is like basically a water Pokemon, and he has this thick cranium of like rock. That's just always what I've seen. Whatever the case. So, like I said, follow the path, go north whenever you can, and you're gonna see a door at the very top of this. Go ahead and, you know, try to bypass these people. Shoot! I didn't want to talk to you. Alright, so we're probably gonna have to get into battle with these guys.
Nobody wants to talk to you. Everybody hates you.
Nobody loves me. Everyone hates me. Oh, RD. Earlier I was asking Sensei about RD, and I'm like, what does RD even stand for? I still don't know what it stands for, but
I'm guessing it's like a research and something
research
else?
development?
Research, that would make a lot of sense, actually.
Alright, let's see. Jolteon, go ahead and use your Thunder Shock on...
I'd say Snubble. You can use Fake Out on Kecleon, and it'll still be normal type.
I would rather kill it, to be quite honest.
I just always use Fake Out when I have the opportunity to, so...
Yeah, I guess so. It's just I prefer to blow through the Pokemon with no problems, and Fake Out is a move that's not exactly gonna kill them.
You'd actually be surprised. I've seen it one-hit KO Pokemon while I was training, so...
Well, I mean, that's like when you're like super higher in level. It only has 40 power and doesn't even have...
Actually, it's right about the same as it was right now.
Well, I mean, it does have Stab, since he's a Dark type, right? He's a Dark type at this moment, or is he only...
Fake Out is normal type.
No, I mean, Nuzleaf. Or, because
Nuzleaf
I know that
is grass
Shiftry is
Nuzleaf
dark
is grass and dark. Nuzleaf is grass and dark, and Fake Out is normal, so no, it doesn't.
I thought Fake Out was Dark type.
It isn't, but...
Alright,
alas.
whatever the case, we have a Shroomish here to catch for you guys. And go ahead and
Shroomish, by the way, I know from playing Emerald, very great Pokemon for inflicting
so
lots
good.
of stats.
In fact, just a second, I'll explain in a second when I can. Let's go ahead and use Giga Drain on Kecleon. So, like I was saying about my team earlier, Shroomish is actually one of my final team people, not him, but the evolution. And so, shoot, the name escaped me for a second. Shroomish, Breloom, there we go. Because I had this fascination with Parasect for a long time. In fact, it started with the first Pokemon Pokemon Stadium games. Because Parasect in the original games had the ability to use Spore. He was the only Pokemon in the entire series up until the point where they introduced Shroomish and his evolution that could use Spore. Spore is a 100% hit sleep type move. And it's basically one of the best moves in the game simply because, I don't know, it has 100% sleep, and sleep is awesome, especially in the first generation games.
Able to completely incapacitate a Pokemon, plus Shroomish will learn Sleep Powder, which is a little redundant, Stun Spore, and Poison Powder, so it's very great for inflicting stat damage.
Yeah, well, see, for my Shroomish, what I did is that, as I was saying with Parasect, in the first generation, when Pokemon woke up, they would anyways.
Yeah, in the first generation, when Pokemon woke up, they would still miss that turn.
They would still miss a turn. So literally what you could do if your Parasect was fast enough is put them to sleep, attack them as soon as they wake up, put them to sleep again. They would never be able to do anything unless they were faster than you. And so I loved Parasect for that reason. And then I was in my Diamond version, I'm like, I want to get a Parasect and train him, breed him, all that good stuff, just so I can have a super awesome, you know, Parasect and just kick the butt out of people. And I looked it up and I actually found out that Spore now belongs to two different people, and nowadays 3 different people. There's a Mushroom Pokemon in the 5th generation, Black and White. And so I'm like, this sounds awesome. I looked at Breloom. He's not only faster, but he has tons more attack than Parasect. So what I did is, and by the way, he's fighting grass. I even considered him for this game, but you can't breed, so I didn't. What he's trying to quick attack. That's pretty decent.
I would probably... Man.
I know, he's faster than everybody else already. So I'm going to go ahead and say no.
You could either learn... Yeah, I guess you could decide not to do that because... I mean, if anything, you could put it over Sand Attack, because how often are you really going to use Sand Attack?
I don't know, Sand Attack can be pretty awesome. It was one of my one-hit wonders in back in the Generation 2 days. Whatever the case. And so anyways, as I was saying, what was I saying?
You and your cheap evasiveness moves.
By the way, he dropped an ID card. That's what we need to get through one of the elevators back at the entrance. Luckily, the guy sitting down is not going to try to battle us, which I'm happy about.
He's just going to slouch around and not do anything.
Woo, we got another Great Ball. But aside from the Great Ball...
What is that shiny thing up there?
What shiny thing?
There's a shiny computer.
Oh, I don't know. Anyways, just go through this door, and there's going to be a door to your left. It's not a door, actually, sorry. Elevator to your left. And so once you get over here... Oh, goodness, another Pokemon person. Hopefully we don't have to battle him. And we have to battle him. Oh well, more experience. Anyways, now I can continue on with my big tangent, which I keep getting pulled from. So Breloom is fighting and grass type, and so what I did is I bred Breloom up to the point where he had maximum IVs, if you guys know what that is, in speed and attack. And so then I bred him to the point with a Snubbull so he could learn Focus Punch, which was extremely a good idea, because Focus Punch, if you guys don't know what it is a 150 power, one of the strongest moves in the game, fighting type attack. Strongest fighting type attack, one of the strongest attacks in general. One problem, it goes last all the time, and if you get hit before you use it, you lose focus and you don't do anything. So it's a little bit of an iffy move unless you're sure that your opponent is going to hit you. So what I did is I bred my Pokemon with a Snubbull.
I probably would have used Bullet Seed. I would not underestimate the power of Bullet Seed on Nuzleaf. It's actually pretty good.
Well, even Bullet Seed at 5 hits, which is his maximum, is 50 power, which is still less than Giga Drain.
Well, the problem is Giga Drain only has 5 PP, so using it now is kind of a waste.
Oh well, I'm not too worried. I just want to restore his HP as well. Whatever the case, as I was saying, so it's only good for you to use it if you know you're not going to have any problem with not being hit.
Fake Out only works on the first turn.
Yeah, I know. I was just doing some sort of filler move so I could use Thunder Shock.
You could use Secret Power.
I don't know, I was just using Thunder Shock. Just so I can kill him. And so what I did is, you can only get Focus Punch through either a TM or breeding it with a Snubbull, so you can get an Egg-type move. So I bred it with a Snubbull, got the Egg move, and so my Shroomish knew Focus Punch, and then I got it to level like 43 or something, where it finally learned Spore. That's the only way you can do it. You have to ignore Evolution, then get Spore like level 43. So it takes quite a long time. And so then I gave it not only Spore and Focus Punch, but I gave it Double Team and what was the last one? Seed Bomb, which is a high power physical type attack for grass. And so after that point, my Breloom became so stinking good. He's literally one of my favorite Pokemon. Oh, by the way, there's the nice little Leaf Stone for us. And to finish up, basically Spore, put them to sleep, Focus Punch, 150 power, no problem, Double Team if I want. Such a killer Pokemon. Anyways, Krane.
You understand, don't you? It's wrong to turn ordinary Pokemon to Shadow Pokemon against their will. ... Please, won't you help us stop the Shadow...
Shashara! Yes?
Join us and help us Shashara Pokemon.
I don't even know what you said. Naps. Professor Krane, I understand that you're trying to say, but I can't help you. Naps, you're still a cool guy. Whoa, you? Aren't you the kid I saw from Pokemon HQ lab last time? Michael?
Is it really you, Michael?
Are you trying to tell me that you came here by your lonesome to rescue Professor Krane? It's too bad I'm still a member of Cipher. I can't very well let you folks go, can I? So I guess Professor Krane actually did a good job in convincing him from the dark side? Whatever the... As for you, you snagged my Teddiursa for me that time. I'll give you this. You've got the guts to come here alone, but I'll fix you good so you never come back again. And essentially he's threatening to kill me. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. He says I'll never come back again. Maybe he's just gonna beat my Pokemon Pokemon up so bad that they never come back.
Murkrow,
I
mean Rhyhorn. So
say words, Sensei. Say words.
So Rhyhorn. That means Jolteon's Thundershock is completely useless right now.
Which I accidentally selected him instead of Murkrow.
Don't use Thundershock.
It was an accident. I used it against Murkrow.
Yeah, but Rhyhorn knows lightning. Rhyhorn has a lightning rod ability, so it won't do anything.
Yeah, sorry about that. I actually thought that only his evolutions had it. Because I've always seen it like their big horn and their evolutions was like lightning rod. But this one is kind of like, how is that a lightning rod? Whatever the case, Jolteon is close to being fainted, unfortunately. However, Nuzleaf has taken care of Rhydon, so now we can take care of Murkrow, no problem. Naps, by the way, how many Pokemon? Check my notes again. Naps.
I think you went too high.
Where we are, okay. Here we are. Cipher Peon Naps. He has a Murkrow, Rhyhorn, Slackoth, and Beldum. None of them are Shadow-type Pokemon, by the way, because we already took his only Shadow Pokemon earlier, which, why you would choose a Teddiursa to be your only Shadow Pokemon, I don't know. But that's your own problem, so not mine. Whatever the case,
anyway,
I'm gonna go ahead and say...
Bullet Seed, you are running out of Giga Drains.
Okay, fair enough. I have 2 Giga Drains left. I was actually willing to use it because I was thinking of possibly going back and recharging Pokemon anyway. Well,
yeah, that would be a
recharging
good
them.
idea.
So I don't think it makes too much difference if I use it or not. So after Slackoff, Beldum, let's see, who can we take down with what? Bullet Seed, let's see how much damage we can do with Slackoff. We got...
It does quite a decent amount of damage if you can hit at least 3 times.
Ooh, we got 3 times in a critical hit, so technically 4. So it was not capable of killing. I actually think it would have killed in a 1-hit KO if we had done Giga Drain, but oh well, whatever the case. Let's go ahead and use...
Well, keeping in mind that Nuzleaf has a higher attack than special attack, technically Bullet Seed does just a tiny bit, if
actually,
not
no, we
equal
checked it at the
damage.
beginning of the episode. He actually
It
has
does?
higher special attack than attack.
Huh. Well, that will change when you evolve him to Shiftry, because Shiftry is a much more physical Pokemon.
Yeah, he is. In fact, that's why I was kind of surprised earlier, because when I checked the stats of the Pokemon, I noticed that Nuzleaf actually had more special attack than attack, which was surprising to me.
It's probably because he's been C-Dot until just recently, so...
That doesn't make a difference.
It makes a ton of difference, because he gains more...
No.
He'll gain more special attack as a C-Dot than as a
I thought we had discussed this earlier. Whatever the case, I don't want to go on that tangent. Pokemon, the way EVs work, I'm not gonna bother.
It's not.
explaining
It doesn't
now.
have anything to do with EVs, though.
Oh, then what are you trying to talk about?
Just the base stats of the Pokemon will make its stats raised
Oh.
differently.
No, it doesn't raise differently. It's just as soon as you change Pokemon, their base stats immediately shift to whatever that Pokemon is. We'll go over this at the end.
It
of
could
the
also
episode
be its
anyway.
nature, so...
Yeah, that could be probably more likely thing. In fact, it might even be the nature that increases special attack and downs attack. I don't know whether it's the case. We'll check it out in a second.
I think that might be,
Oh
naive.
shoot, I
would
have
check it.
Krane following me now. That's kind of lame. Anyways, let's check out that Nuzleaf. Nuzleaf, come on, you've got... Which nature? I skipped over it. He has the Lax nature. So, I don't think that is the one that increases special attack. However, I'll probably check it out after this.
Well,
Leaf Stone, by the way.
5 nature